y'all, my name is Serena and this is Serena's Art Adventures. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you 10 cozy craft advent calendars. I did this last year. I shared a little bit more of the cozy craft advent calendars last year than I'm going to share this year, but I curated your list a little bit more this year. We have 4 that are crochet and yarn related, and the other 6 are other cozy crafts that I myself would be interested in purchasing and doing either by myself or with the children in my lives, right? So unfortunately, Hobbii had some advent calendars. They had a crochet, a knit, and an amigurumi advent calendar, and they're sold out. So that was the first one that I had for you. So I found a substitution for that this morning before filming this video with you guys. And the substitution for the Hobbii advent calendar is yarnnecklaces.com. It's called Countdown to Christmas Advent Calendar for Crocheters. It is a $100 crochet kit, so it's $23 less than the Hobbii kit, so that's great. I was looking through some of the spoilers on here, and I don't want to give too many, but I want to give an idea of what you can expect. It's not just a yarn calendar. They have yarn and other crochet accessories that might include crochet hooks or stitch markers, things like that, right? I didn't look very heavily into how much of anything there was. I just wanted to get a general idea, but not every kit is going to be yarn. Every box is going to have something different. So while that is fun, you might get a lot of things that you already have or that you won't use or that you don't like, but maybe you like the mystery of it. So if you like that, you can go ahead and try out this yarnnecklaces.com one. They do ask for a ring size for your index finger, so I'm assuming that there is at least one crochet ring as well, and I'm sure you would assume that when you go to order this as well. So probably no spoilers there, but you don't know what day it is and you don't know what it looks like. So I like to keep the mystery of the advent calendars personally when I'm doing advent calendars. So anyways, these yarnnecklaces.com one, it looks like a good option. A lot of the advent calendars are like $100 or more, but I did find a couple as low as $15, and these are actually ones that I would be interested in. So stick with me because $100 is not the only price point that we have here. We have some that are a little bit more and a little bit less throughout the video. I personally am a crocheter, so the first 4 that we're going to go over are crochet ones, and then the next 6 are other arts and crafts that I really like. But yeah, so there's yarnnecklaces.com for $99, and yeah, just feel free to check that out, and you can give yourself spoilers if you want. The link is on the Canva document in the description below. I always have the Canva document when I go over things like this, so you have the links to get to the site so you can actually purchase either the yarn that I'm looking at or the patterns that I'm looking at or whatever, right? So I have the links for all these different advent calendars in the Canva document in the description box. So feel free to check that out if you're interested in any of these. The next kit that I wanted to share with you guys is the Woobles Advent Kit. It is a 12-day kit, and it is $140 is what it's showing on their website right now. Now, this kit I've already purchased and I've already opened for this year. I also got a Woobles Advent Calendar for 2024, which just goes to show you I like the Woobles Advent Calendars. The really neat thing about these Advent Calendars, you're creating these cute little characters, right? And then the Advent Calendar itself turns into a little play station. So for me, I have nieces and nephews, and so I like to crochet up these little creatures and give my youngest nephew and niece the little play box so that they can play with their little characters in the little workshop. Last year it was a cabin. This year it is a toy workshop. And if you want spoilers for this advent calendar and exactly what's in this advent calendar, you can watch the last video that I posted, which is the Woobles Advent Calendar unboxing. And I really had a fun time with this. I like the characters that they have this year, and it is one that I highly recommend. I think that the Woobles kits in general have very high quality hooks and stuffing and yarn and needles, just like everything in their kits is good quality, and that really matters to me in a kit. So the next kit that we have here is the Red Heart Advent Calendar. It is available on Amazon.com, and it's under $25. So that is fantastic. I don't think this is a spoiler I think that going in, you should probably know this, but I watched an unboxing of the Red Heart Advent Calendar last year because it was available last year as well. It has not changed. And about half of these characters are already crocheted up in the kit. So for me personally, as a creator, if I'm buying a crochet kit, I want to crochet all the things in the kit, like with the Woobles kit. But in the Red Heart Advent Calendar, I don't know how they're able to make it as affordable as they are and have some that are pre-made. But it has been available since at least last year. It has a 3.6 star rating on Amazon, so I just want to give a fair forewarning for that, the 3.6 stars on Amazon. I don't think it's the worst kit ever. It's definitely great for your budget, but just keep in mind that it is a 12-day kit and half the things are already made, which is kind of nice because then you can already have some already pre-made things. But I guess it depends on, do you want to make everything yourself or do you want I feel like either you want everything pre-made or you want everything that you can create yourself. So this one, a little weird to me. It is made with 100% acrylic, medium weight or worsted weight or number 4 weight, however you like to look at the weight of yarn. But it's a medium weight, number 4 weight yarn. You feel free to let me know how you feel about that in the comments. Do you feel like me? You want either all pre-made ones or all ones that you're going to make? Or do you like the mix? I'd love to know. Please let me know in the comments. The Red Heart calendar I had to include. It is one of the most affordable options, so I had to include that one. There is a hand-dyed yarn advent calendar. It ships on November 7th, so you have about a month to order this if it's still available. Unfortunately, it seems like advent calendars are just flying off the shelves this year. It's called Forbidden Fiber Co. And the theme is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. So you're going to get like these dark and moody colors, which is really fantastic to have those with the contrast of the white snow that falls on the ground. Personally, I like vibrant colors, but everybody is a little bit different. I do notice that during the winter time, you do see a lot more people wearing those like dark colors, and it does have a great, beautiful contrast against the white snow. Right now it's on pre-sale only, and again, it doesn't ship until November 7th of 2025. So this is probably like a small hand dye yarn company, and they need to know how many they need to make before they make it and ship it out. So they're doing it on a pre-order, which is fantastic. I like that instead of like not having enough and it's only October 1st. That's fantastic. But this one is if you're a knitter or a crocheter. The hand-dyed yarn, maybe you like to knit instead of crochet. The hand-dyed yarn one will be something that you can choose what you're going to use your yarn for. This comes with 24 mini skeins, so you can use the mini skeins to crochet with or to knit with. It comes with 1 full gram skein of 100% superwash merino at 475 yards. The 24 mini skeins are 87 yards each, and it also comes with a hand-dyed, hand-embellished project bag. That's pretty cool. And a set of progress keepers and a 2-ounce bottle of our custom scented wool wash in an exclusive scent. That sounds like a pretty decent deal. I mean, hand-dyed yarn is not cheap. This kit is one that I would absolutely get. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it this year, but I hope I get to see somebody unbox it. Hopefully I can get a hand-dyed kit next year. It's a little above my price range this year, I feel like, but maybe by next year I'll feel comfortable getting it. I just have a lot of yarn right now already that I have to go through, and I can't justify getting another yarn kit. I mean, I already have the Woobles kit I gotta go through still, so I feel like I already have my advent calendar for the year, and that's all I'm gonna have is just the one advent calendar. So the next one is a clay set. Now, this clay company I originally found on Instagram, I do believe. It's called Claymoo, the company, and I ordered some Claymoo kits, and they were just individual kits. They were fairly inexpensive. I ordered the kits and I sent them to my sister's house, and I went to my sister's house recently to visit with her and my nieces, and we pulled out one of the kits and we were playing with it, and the clay is so soft. It's like foamy clay. It doesn't have that sticky, well, it is a little sticky before you work with it, but once you start working with it, it feels more like a foamy clay. The really cool thing about the Claymoo clay is that it doesn't really show all those imperfections and little dents, because that foamy part of it, I guess, just kind of really takes out the imperfections of it. I don't know how it works, but my niece made a adorable little sheep, in such a quick amount of time. And I made just a little table because I kind of came in late to the game, but she made a little cute scene with a sheep and a fence and some grass and yeah, all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, wow, that came together so quickly. I know it's on pre-order right now, but it ships on 10/15. So as of the date that I release this video, you will have like a week to buy it before its next ship date. Hopefully they add another one that ships out in November. You get 8 days of full-size clay kits, 2 days of tools, 1 day of accessories, and 1 day of stickers. So that's kind of what you can expect to get from the kit without too much of spoilers. And it is also a $140 kit. So you kind of have like the Claymoo kit and the Woobles kit that are like the similar prices. But in my opinion, both Claymoo and Woobles are like top of their game, premium quality stuff. So if I were to suggest anything to you, it would be the Claymoo kit and the Woobles kit, because I have personally used Claymoo and Woobles and I love them both, and I think they would both be a very fun adventure, whether you're doing them by yourself or with family. The next one that I came up with is one on Etsy. I love to support these small businesses. So the one on Etsy is a $45 kit, and this one is a felt kit. And instead of like gluing everything down and everything, it comes with like the felt and stickers. So you're not messing around with a lot of glue. This one I feel like would be really great for me to do with my nephew because he's only like 3 years old. So even if he kind of wants to like pick something up and put it back down, he's not like getting glue everywhere. So this one right here is great for younger kids if you want to do like an advent calendar with younger kids. I personally don't think I'm going to be here long enough to do like a whole advent calendar with my nephew, so I'm not going to order it this year, but in the next couple of years when I come up here for a couple of weeks for Christmas, I will probably get this and do it with my niece and nephew, because my niece is just turning 1 and then my nephew is 3. So with my niece, if I do it in like 2 years, then she'll be able to do it and my nephew will still be interested in it as well. And I could do the countdown, or we could just kind of open them all and have fun and have a couple days where we put together these cute little ornaments. But it's a 25-day Christmas countdown, so you get one for every day, and all of them turn into these cute little felt ornaments. And they kind of give you spoilers right on the website of what you can expect to get. So this one isn't really one where you're going to be too surprised, except for you don't know what you're going to get on each specific day, but it's got such a wide, colorful variety, it would be super fun to do with kids. We're down to the last 4, and the next one is a 12-day calendar. Again, it's $74.99 or $75. Well, what it is it's like a paper company, the Spellbinder Paper Arts. It's a paper company. But what's really neat is they have little day 1, day 2, day 3 blogs where you can go in and you can kind of see how they used it and what they made and everything. But what I think would be really fun with this specific one, if you are a paper crafts person, is making some cards like on one day and the next day write it out to somebody and just kind of like make it an intentional exercise where you choose a certain amount of people that you want to give out cards to, and then you spend a little bit of time like writing out a personalized card for that person the next day. That's personally how I would use this kit, and that was kind of my idea for this kit. When I saw this kit initially, I thought it came with everything you needed to make the cards, but now I'm seeing that it comes with 12 holiday themed stitching dies. So I don't really know how that works. I would definitely have to follow the blog. And the next one that I have for you guys is called the Art Skills 25-Day Christmas Craft Advent Calendar 2025. So this one is $39.99. It's available on Amazon. It's a 25-day Christmas craft where kids can make ornaments for 25 days. I really like to include some that are fun for you to include your children in, because personally, I think a lot of the times that holidays are largely about the kids. So I wanted to include one that was available for you to do like with your kids. So other than the felt one, this ornament one would be another one as well that's a little bit easy and fun and just kind of like cozy to do. And number 9 on the list is a watercolor Christmas card set. This one I found on Etsy, and interestingly enough, if you already have like a watercolor palette, like I'm not a huge painter, but I've bought watercolors before, so I still have brushes and a watercolor palette. So I could go in and buy 24 envelopes for $15, where it comes with the envelope and a card for me to paint. $15 for just the cards and the envelopes. If you want the paint pans, then you can select how much of the paint that you want, and that will increase the price up to about $90 for this kit. I was looking at some of these Christmas watercolor cards, and I thought they were very cute. There's a dancing ballerina, a dog with a Christmas hat and Christmas sweater on, just to name a few. I absolutely thought this was adorable, and I thought of doing the same thing, where every day, this is a 24-day kit, so every day you can open the kit, watercolor a card, once it dries, flip it over, write out a note to somebody in your family, and send them a personalized painted Christmas card. I think that would be a really cute idea with this one as well, but this one is with watercolors instead. You do get a little bit of spoilers before you even get into ordering it, but if you don't want to give yourself too many spoilers, like the ones that I named off are the first ones that came up on the picture, then just don't go through all the pictures. But if you want to give yourself some spoilers, you can go through the pictures and see some of what they have. They do definitely have some really pretty scenes and some really pretty ideas on how to paint these scenes. So that's really nice, and you can include some watercolor if you don't already have that. It does bring the price up a bit, but this was the cheapest advent calendar that I found so far. And the really cool thing is that it's an advent calendar, but it can also be something where you hand out like Christmas cards on Christmas, and you do one every day leading up to Christmas. I think that's like a really intentional way of doing an advent calendar where you get to like gift away some of the things that you're getting, which is really great. The very last kit that I have for you guys today that I wanted to share with you is a art supply kit. It is available on grabieart.com. I watched a Grabie art advent calendar unboxing last year, and I can't remember exactly the name of the artist, but if I can look up the name of the artist, I will go ahead and include it here for you. But this one right here is more of art supplies. So if you just kind of want something to give you inspiration, but you don't want a specific direction, like I'm going to make this specific amigurumi or this specific clay piece, or I'm going to paint this specific image, and you just want some supplies and you're more of like an advanced artist and you want to use your imagination, this is going to be more the kit for you. It is 24 days of advent calendar joy. And the really neat thing about this is it has this really cool, colorful, like snowy cityscape. Like it looks like there's snow on all of the roofs and they're all very colorful buildings. And so you can set it up as a display, and then every day you can take the box out for that day, unbox all of your items that you're getting, put the box back together, and then set it up as like an empty box and still have like this 3D cityscape thing going on. So according to the description on this one, you're going to get an impressive array of high quality art supplies, stationery essentials, and a thrilling surprise mystery gift. And there's 24 days in the calendar to let the festive spirit shine bright as you create magical memories this season. Ships at the beginning of October. So if you want to get this one, you probably want to get it soon. I don't know how long this one will be available. They do give you a set includes if you want the spoiler before you order it. Maybe you're ordering it for somebody and you want to make sure you're getting a decent value, or maybe you just kind of don't want to buy something if you already have everything in it. But anyways, that is the 10 different kits that I have for you guys for advent calendars this year. Unfortunately, even though it's before Halloween, we're having to think about this right now and order what we want now. So if you have any advent calendars that you would recommend, please put them in the comments below so that other people can see some other suggestions. That would be super fun if we can share some other advent calendars. Let us know if you've gotten that brand before, if you like that brand, why you like that brand. And that way we can all kind of look at the different advent calendars that I've shared and share some together with each other in the comments below. But either way, I just want to say thank you so much for joining the video today, and thank you so much for watching. And if you did like this video, please give it a like. If you comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I make a video. All of those things really help out my super small channel, and I also very much appreciate it. But either way, whether you do or don't, I still hope you have a very great rest of your day.